So in the movement world, whether you're a physical therapist, a personal trainer, or a strength and conditioning coach, a lot of times we like to throw out the buzzwords of custom, individualized, personalized when we're talking about the workouts or exercises that we're going to give our patients or clients. But have you ever stopped to think, what am I really telling that patient or client that is going to be customized or personalized when it comes to choosing their exercise? I think the common answer is their goals, and that's great. But I think goals is only halfway there. I think we can add another component and go a little bit further to get a lot more out of it. And what I'm talking about is it should be customized or personalized or individualized based on their structure, because how they are structured is going to create or change the path that we need to take to ultimately reach their goals. Because if we are just saying that we are customizing it towards someone's goals, we are assuming that every single person has the same structure. And that's definitely not the case. And so I want to explain a little bit about this structure. And if you've seen any of my other previous videos, then you may have heard me say this analogy, but I really think it's a good representation as to understanding human body structures. And that analogy is understanding cars, specifically a Lamborghini and a smart car. And when I say smart car, we're talking about a very small two-door smart car, not a fancy smart car. And so when I say those two words, whether you realize it or not, your brain created conscious or subconscious expectations or images as it relates to those two cars. You may have thought the Lamborghini is fast, terrible on gas, really fun to drive. And you may have thought that the smart car is slow, really good on gas, not as fun to drive. And what are these? These are pros or cons. But what makes them pros or cons is dependent on the buyer of the car, right? What is the goal of the buyer? Does the buyer want a fast, expensive car? Great. Then they're probably not going to care about the cons, right? Conversely, if the buyer wants something that's more practical, then they might lean towards the smart car. And so they're not good or bad. It's part of their structure. The structure of the Lamborghini and what's inside of it, the engine, makes it do X, Y, and Z. The structure of the smart car makes it do X, Y, and Z. But like I said previously, we need to understand those structures so then we know how to get to those individualized specific goals. So when it comes back to the human body, we kind of have two different categories, and it's based off our infrasternal angle. We have wide infrasternal angles and narrows. And just like the cars, they're going to create pros and cons. And based off the goal you're looking for, it's either going to make it a pro or a con. But if we disregard the structure, then it gets really hard to truly attain that specific goal, because someone that is a Lamborghini or a wide infrasternal angle is going to struggle at certain things. So there's going to be certain things that we need to improve in order to get them to their goal. But if we give everyone with the same goal the same workout, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be consistent for every single person. And so when we claim that we want to customize or individualize workouts, goals is half the battle. Structure is the second part. When we can combine the structure of the patient or client with that goal, we know exactly what needs to be done to truly create an individualized program.